and make friends. You guys don't have to just talk on this call to each other. You guys can find each other on Instagram. You can exchange numbers. You can become besties. You can go on coffee dates, whatever you guys want to do to make yourself feel more connected to this team, to other people in this team on the same journey as you, doTERRA business, having a doTERRA business. And you can even bond with like Crossline. It doesn't need to be stay in our team. You can do our uplines, crosslines. You can do people on other teams. Just whatever you need to do, whatever type of connections and friendships you want to make in doTERRA, that is going to motivate and inspire you in your business. Okay, made a PowerPoint. Hope you guys like it. Welcome to Team Call. Thanks for coming and thanks for being on time. I wanted to structure this call a little bit of education, a little bit of training, a little bit of just touching base on what's available to you guys as far as promotions in the company, contests, and all that good stuff. Okay, so we'll just start with going over, making sure you guys know there's the current promotions. So every month there is a free product of the month. Please chat if you don't know what it is, or as far as like how to qualify for that. There's always a free product of the month, and there's always a 10% off product of the month. Pay attention though, because sometimes you get a 15% off product, but otherwise it's usually 10% off. This month's free product of the month is Laurel Leaf, and what's so cool about it is that it's not an oil that you can buy. You can only get this in the free product of the month this month. And so I think just the exclusivity already makes it exciting. But then you start to read about the benefits of it, right? And I like that doTERRA is not just telling you benefits, but tells you like little ideas of like, okay, well, Laurel Leaf, it's really great for confidence building. So there's that emotional connection. It's known for a bright, spicy, and sweet scent. So now you know what it smells like. It uplifts your senses and promotes courage, clear thinking, and concentration. So there's your health benefit, concentration. It's perfect for massaging into overworked muscles for soothing relief. Okay. Does anyone know what Laurel Leaf is found in? It's an oil blend. Charity, because I don't.
Breathe. Is it Breathe?
Oh, Jaden, Breathe. Awesome. Thank you. You guys are so smart. Okay. So here's some ideas. Use 3 to 4 drops to diffuse it for an uplifting atmosphere. Place a few drops in your morning shower to invigorate yourself and promote vitality. Add 1 drop to a moisturizer and apply it to your skin to leave you clean and revitalized. So when you guys talk about this oil, some people, okay, so some people, like I'm the type of customer that's like, oh, if you do your order of the month, you get this exclusive oil that you can't buy. So do your 125 PV LRP order by the 15th of the month. And I'm like, okay, got it, sold, right? But not everyone is into that exclusivity and like, oh, sale, oh, special, so some people you're going to need to explain what this oil is and how to use it. And so definitely talk about it in an authentic way, in an honest way of, I don't have this oil. I'm really excited about it. It's exclusive. And I love that doTERRA has already given us ideas of how to use it. So let me share that with you. And you're going to kind of talk about what we just talked about, right? So make sure you guys are talking about it in a way that you're excited about it, because then you'll get other people excited about it and you'll get more 125 PV LRP orders. Yeah. The 10% off product of the month is cedar wood. Does anybody have this oil and use this oil? You guys want to chat in on how you have used this in the past? I can't remember exactly what moment I used that cedar wood, but I used it recently. It was probably to make a roller. I feel like a lot of times when I'm looking up an ailment and it lists like 5 oils that you can use. Oh, #1 oil listed is for eczema is cedar wood. Do you guys remember that? From the cedar wood. Do you remember that from the Essential Life book? When you look up eczema, the #1 oil listed is cedar wood. That's why I was like, how do I use it? And why do I talk about it? So that might be a good one for you guys to use, a 10% off oil, and tell people, okay, when you look up the Essential Life, I know a lot of people struggle with eczema. the number one listed oil is actually cedarwood. I know that a lot of people try lavender, they try melaleuca because it's another oil that you could use, but the actual one that mostly works for most people is cedarwood. So this might be a good month for you to add that to your carts, whether you do it as an LRP order or a standard order, and get 10% off. Yeah. So other ways, add a drop on a cotton ball and place in your closet to keep moths at bay. Ooh, that's a good one. Before exercising, massage it 1 to 2 drops into your chest and maintain vitality throughout your workout. Add 1 to 2 drops to your facial toner or moisturizer to promote healthy looking skin. Awesome. Do you guys have anything for eczema? And sleep. Awesome. It is a wood oil, so wood oils definitely help with grounding and calming and great for sleep. Okay. There are some limited products this month, as you guys know. Citrus Bliss deodorant, okay, Brevi diffuser with Harvest Spice. Harvest Spice is usually only available during Christmas. Make sure you guys have on your calendar November 1st is always when the holiday items drop. So Brevi diffuser with Harvest Spice is available this month, limited time offer, and then Harvest Spice by itself. Then please correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe on August 15th, the baby kit comes back. I think that's correct. Alrighty. Current incentives from doTERRA. So sometimes I will offer an incentive, or somebody in your team or one of your uplines will offer an incentive or do a contest and provide and pay for the prize. But there's also incentives and contests that doTERRA does as well. And so just kind of keep a lookout for what is available for you guys to take advantage of. Chat if you guys have competition as one of your top 5 strengths. Competition, achiever, because this is definitely your type of thing, like contests. Or if you like to be recognized. If you like to be recognized, these are really cool things to go for. So there's a current promotion by doTERRA that doTERRA is fulfilling called Precious Petals. And you guys get so many points, or if you get in so many enrollments, you can get Kananga at the Diamond Retreat. One of the Diamond leaders taught him and his team called it the Cowabunga oil, which I thought was really cute and funny. But they're like, yeah, we want that Cowabunga oil. It's so cute. So Kananga, if you get 2 enrollments, Jasmine, if you get 4 enrollments, and Rose, if you get 8. And if you want all 3 oils, you have to do 11 enrollments. And enrollments, doTERRA wants it to be 100 PV or more, just so that you're sharing the value and you're really helping people get a good start with a good set of oils, whether it's a customized order or a enrollment kit, into homes across the world. And so I wanted to share a video with you guys that speaks on, it's only 2 minutes, that speaks on what these 3 oils are, and it's by Emily. And if you guys do not know who Emily Wright is, there is an executive team in doTERRA. You guys need to start getting really familiar with them. This company is not is funded by these adults and these people who had a dream, and they put their houses up and used any money that they had to create doTERRA, to found this company. So it's privately owned. And one of the executives is Emily, and she's the girl boss on the executive team, and she's a great speaker. And so she's going to share with you guys about these 3 oils really quickly.
I am so excited to talk to you about 2 of my very favorite essential oils. Actually, one is an essential oil, one is an absolute, but they are so rare and so exquisite that they're not available for purchase. You can only win them, and this is the month to do so. So first of all, we're going to talk about rose. Rose comes from Bulgaria. This is in the Kazanlak region, right below the Balkan Mountain range. And this region is so pure, free of contaminants. There are no automobiles that flow through these roads. And because rose has been so rare and so precious, it's been positioned more as an emotional oil. It absolutely has amazing emotional benefits. will diffuse anger. It promotes the feeling of self-love. I love to put it over my heart. Rose has come in really showing this glory as the queen of essential oils. I want to talk about the second absolute. It's not an essential oil, it's an absolute. This is jasmine. The jasmine comes from Egypt, and just like rose, they have to go out early in the morning before the sun comes up because these flowers are so very delicate. And because they are so delicate is why it can't be steam distilled. It has to go through an absolute process where we're able to extract those volatile compounds from those delicate petals. And then we go through yet one more process to separate the fats from the volatile compounds to get that absolute. So in an absolute, it's going to be, you're going to have more of the constituents. So it's going to be much more of an intense aroma. So when you smell jasmine, it smells very similar to what you would expect with a flower. Love that aroma. As soon as I feel it, it's that feeling of joy, of euphoria, of elation. So any of those emotions that you might harness in your heart that you haven't let go of yet, jasmine helps us to be able to release those emotions. It's found to be very beneficial in massage, for labor and delivery, for any type of discomfort that you might be dealing with. So sometimes we put jasmine also in just the emotional aspect of the use as well. Both of these two precious oils are amazing for the skin. I love to add a drop of jasmine, a drop of rose into my moisturizer and apply them to my skin. But I am so excited for you to benefit from these two beautiful oils.
Yay. Okay. That's Emily. She's amazing. Okay, so you guys, this contest ran last month and they've extended it into this month. So say you enrolled 2 people last month and you get Kananga, you can actually keep going and add on more enrollments to get your jasmine or your rose or all 3. Okay, so that you have until the end of the month to be enrolling people and getting these. There is a tracking form. I can't remember where I found this, but I'm writing down each enrollment that I get and what oil I qualify for. It's kind of cool if you guys want to start tracking that. And I feel like when you physically track it and you can see it, it makes you more excited. And it makes you kind of see how close you are to getting whichever oil you kind of want. Kananga is also another floral oil. So these are all 3 floral oils that are not for sale. You cannot buy them. So it's really cool that we're able to win them if we want. Okay, so I am doing a contest just for our team, LRP team contest, and you guys get to win this Citrus Bliss deodorant. I got it at Diamond Retreat. They actually gave it to us before they released it. So I'm willing to give mine to you guys. Whoever, you guys need to track it on your own, how many new people you get on LRP. And the reason why I want to do that is we're always like, we're rewarded for getting new enrollments, right? But how many times are we rewarded for getting people on LRP? And when you get people on LRP, that's where you're building your residual income and that's where you're building your pipeline, okay? So that's running from mid-July to mid-August. It's almost done. And then just a contest that I'm doing for anyone who's personally enrolled to me. I'm doing a top enroller contest just for this month, okay? doTERRA has 2 other contests going on, and that's the Hawaii incentive trip. Anybody going for this incentive trip or the Prime Wellness Club? Anybody trying to win these? Okay, you guys, it's pretty cool. It's just the fact that doTERRA is going to give us like Hawaii trip, give us a trip. You get to go on a trip. Every year is a different spot, but this year is going to actually be Hawaii. It's going to be on the Big Island. And then, or you can win to be be in the Prime Wellness Club, and you get either a share, or you get to go on a sourcing trip, or you can be part of the Founders Club, which is kind of cool. Okay, so that's going to be with mostly new enrollments. So if you guys aren't top enroller, you can be. It's within all of us, right? I actually won the incentive trip last year, and I'm still going for it this year. They just extended it till the end of next month, so you guys can all win that incentive trip if you'd like to. Okay, doTERRA events. Why are doTERRA events so important to attend, you guys? Why are team calls? Why are, I'm starting like all the way from the beginning. Why are classes important to attend? Why are mentor calls important to have? Why is it important to attend team calls? And at the top of that, why is it important to attend doTERRA events? You guys can chat in if you want. There is a couple events coming up. Next month is doTERRA's Global Convention, which is pretty exciting. There's a bunch of us going, and I'm so excited, you guys. The first year I went, 3 years, this is my third year, I went up by myself. I was like 8 months pregnant, and I reached silver to qualify to walk as a silver, and I was like, I gotta go. I bought my ticket 1 day before, or 2 days before convention. I'm 8 months pregnant. I'm crazy. I bought my plane ticket, found a hotel room on a Facebook group, and went. I just went there. I was a silver. I walked as a silver. I came back the next year as a diamond. It's pretty crazy. Kareen said, you go to build your belief. Yes. Can you imagine how much my belief grew when I went to convention as a silver and then came back as a diamond? That's how life-changing going to convention was for me. Connecting with my team, you're right, continuous education, connecting with others, connecting with doTERRA, connecting with like my purpose, and seeing the sourcing. And I think that really connects you deeply to why you're doing this, and how much selling, I'm just going to say it, how much selling oils really benefits not just the people that you help get oils, but the people that grow the plants and make the oils for us. So it definitely builds a really, really deep belief, and you need that belief in order to show up in your business and be successful in your business. Okay, so Global Convention is next month. Raise your hand if you're going. So excited. It's fun. September 9th through the 13th we're in Salt Lake City, Utah. That's where home office is. We get to go to doTERRA home campus. It's going to be awesome. And those of you who can't make it, it's okay. Put it on your dream board for next year. No worries. There is an online pass to watch the convention. It's a 3-day event, so you're going to want to take some time. I would watch it live. If you can't, take the time and block out your time schedule to get through all of the contents. And you'll be able to, it's recorded, so you'll be able to watch all of the replays until October 31st. Right now it's $60, and just go to livestream.doterra.com, and please use me as a referral, and there's all my information. You need to put in all that referral information. If you guys already registered and you didn't put me as a referral, you can email doTERRA and just let them know that I was your referral. And again, it's just, you guys are serious about your business, you're gonna want to either make it there or watch the live stream. Okay, something to look forward to. doTERRA always has a global convention, and then they always have a leadership retreat. Leadership retreat is for silver and above ranks, and that's coming up next March. If you guys want to start planning for that, all of you who are silver and above, and those of you who want to reach silver so you can go to leadership. Anybody silver? I mean, anybody going for silver and wants to go? I know those of you who are silver already. Awesome, Jalen. That's the only person I can see. I can only see Jalen and Charity. Anybody else? Can you guys chat in so I can see you? Who wants to be silver and come to leadership retreat with us in March? Awesome, Brittany. Okay. Usually it's separated, so East Coast and West Coast. This year, or this coming year, they're going to put it together. So one big leadership retreat for any silver and above ranks. It's on a much smaller scale than convention. Convention is 30,000 people. It's pretty crazy. I promise you, doTERRA is like, they're like Disneyland. They have everything so well thought out, so planned, on time, and runs so smoothly, and just like crisp and clean. So they handle 30,000 people for convention, and then they do leadership retreat, a few thousand people. And so we're going to do East and West Coast together, which is nice because anyone that you like look up to, you'll probably see them there, instead of like, I look up to Oil Geek and she goes to the East Coast. So hopefully I get to run into her for leadership retreat next year. That's going to be in Arizona. So mark that on your calendars, and we usually go together. And I think one of the best things about going to these events too is just bonding with each other and our team for sure. Awesome. Kareen wants to go too. Yay. Charity said leadership was life for sure. I do want to touch base on just mention to you guys Diamond Retreat. The first ever, I believe, Diamond Retreat happened last month, and they announced it last minute. They're just like, hey, we're going to do Diamond Retreat because you guys want one. It's going to happen next month. And I'm like, whoa. It sold out right away. I was not able to get a ticket. Then they opened up a second week. And so I got a ticket on that week and I got to attend a Diamond Retreat last month. It was amazing. Does anyone feel like you want to go to a Diamond Retreat one day? Awesome. I love that you guys have big goals. Cool. Diamond Retreat, you guys. My first response to it was like, I have to go because this is the only chance that I'm gonna have to talk to other people at that rank and above. And that's exactly what it was. You go there. Luckily I had Noel and Miley, right? My uplines. But usually you don't have people in your team that are also Diamond. It's not very common. So whoever is Diamond goes to this and you literally make friends with other Diamonds. And there's no other event like this. You go to convention, you go to leadership, you spend time with your team. You go to Diamond Retreat, it's only Diamonds and above, and you make friendships with other Diamonds. And I could not be more like thankful that I was able to go. I met so many Diamonds. I hung out with Diamonds and Blue Diamonds and Presidential Diamonds and was able to just like make friends and relate with people in the same rank as me. I love my qualifiers. I love you guys. But what silvers go through and what diamonds go through are very different. And so as much as like I love my silvers and we're good friends, you guys don't know what I'm really going through in my business a lot of the time as a diamond leader. And so to me, this was just so rewarding and so special to be able to get advice and to connect with other diamonds. And there was a presidential diamond panel, you guys, and that's a whole nother level for me, right? But to have an upline, like not an upline, but a group of people above me where I want to be giving me advice was really special too. So for those of you who, whatever rank you're at, you guys are so lucky that first of all, I know all of you have a silver leader that you guys mentor with. And then you also have this diamond, that's me. You have a diamond person who's like here to support you guys and be an example for you to look up to and ask questions to. You also have Noel and you also have a blue diamond, Miley. So our team, I feel like it's very, very valuable and really special. Okay, this is my class list for the month. Finally released it. I needed to get my kids in school and I want to be that example for you guys. If you're going through a busy season, right? August comes, it's like, I gotta schedule classes, but I need to get my kids in school and I need to establish a routine there first, right? That's okay. Schedule all your classes in the second half of the month. And so that's what I did here. I wanted to include this for you guys because, as always, use my classes if you need a class. Use my class if you're not fully confident yet in teaching your own class and you want to come to my class and bring your people, because do not let not wanting to teach your own class hold you back from moving forward and being successful in your business. If you don't know how to teach a class, you're not confident, you're a little bit scared, whatever it is, don't let it stop you. Instead, come to one of my classes. I'm doing a online class on Thursday 22nd at 8 o'clock Hawaii time. Right after that, you can invite people and have them stay for the 9 o'clock business overview. I'll do a business overview right after that. I'm gonna go through the build guide. Then I'm gonna do a mommy meetup at Lanikai Toddler Playground. That's the only playground I found on our island that's made for toddlers. Like, you know when you like, oh, I'm gonna, why don't we do like a get together at the playground and talk with other moms, right? You can't talk because you're spotting your child climbing on the monkey bars or like climbing up those weird things and they slide down, right? It's so high that you can't really teach an oils class. I'm talking about like Ward Playground. It was really hard for me to do that. I actually found a toddler playground that's like made for little people. It's not too dangerous. It's in Lanikai. And so I figured, okay, I'm gonna try this. Mommy meet up with oils. And then I'll do one class in person this month at my house, in my park next to my house. And you guys can all come, whoever lives here, bring your people, and I'll do a business overview right after. And I call this a team class because it's open for all of you to have a part in teaching if you would like. Okay? Let me know. And also, I'm not canceling any of them. Charity last month, I gotta share. I feel so bad. I had all these classes and I had this one class at Kapiolani Park scheduled and I had no RSVPs. No RSVPs. I was so sad about it. I was like, okay. And I was like, okay, family, my family of 3 children, I don't have to teach a class tonight. I'm gonna be with you. And then Charity texts me, hey, like I have 2 people coming. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like I had no RSVPs. And so I felt horrible. So I learned, don't cancel classes. Be ready up until the last minute. And if people come, they come. Show up. If nobody's there, okay. But at least you're there and you committed and you show up. Okay. Alrighty. I wanted to share with you guys a little bit about my summer. Maybe you can relate, and maybe some of my advice will help you get through any busy seasons that you guys go through. You guys are free to chat in how your summer was as well. I would honestly love to know. I know we don't have tons of time for everybody to share today, but you can definitely share in the chat. Please do. Okay. You guys, my summer, I was really overwhelmed. I actually did not know how I was going to be successful in my business, to be honest. I'm super like gung ho. You guys know me. I'm like, I make it work. I'm gonna do whatever it takes. I'm not making any excuses. And as I've built my business, as I've built this business, as I've seen the residual income, I've shared with you before. Last time I was pregnant, this past pregnancy, I just gave birth. This past pregnancy, my first trimester, I was like dying. Like I couldn't get out of bed. I was throwing up all the time. My energy was so low, I couldn't even take care of my children. Like it was so bad. And I could not keep up in my business. And I still hit gold. I still got a gold paycheck. And my top 5 strengths: achiever, focus, competition, discipline, futuristic. So those, if I don't keep up with the things that I commit to, I don't keep up with doTERRA, I don't keep up with my business, I feel like I fail. And it was really just nice to see that and just take a break of like, if my body says I need to stop and I need to take a break, I need to take a break. But to see that all of the sweat, the blood, sweat, tears that I put into this doTERRA business for 2 years, it allowed me to take that time and just take care of myself and my family that 1 month where I really I couldn't even do mentor calls. My qualifiers know. I was canceling calls. I was like, you guys, I really don't feel good. And my business is sustainable. And so that taught me such a huge lesson with just, you build this residual income, you build this business, and it's okay if you need to take a break, take a second and take care of yourself and your family. So I headed into this summer knowing that I built this business and it's going to be okay if I really can't keep up. And maybe I should take a break. Maybe I should enjoy my kids. Headed into summer like that, and I ended up being a lot more successful than I thought. And it's been pretty cool. And so I wanted to really share that with you guys. I think as long as you commit to your business, you can get through it all. And so May, I gave birth. My husband had 3 weeks of paternity leave with me. At the end of May, my kids were ending school. My husband went back to work, and I was home alone with 3 children under 4 years old and under. And it was really, really scary. I was really scared. But I thought about the fact that, and I'm healing postpartum. That's some heavy stuff. Newborn, healing postpartum, heading into summer, getting a huge awakening of, I had 1 child at home and now I have 3, right? Because Liv was at school and now I was pregnant. So I only had Gigi at home, and all of a sudden I have 3 children at home, and I was like, what am I doing? I feel like I just worked through the block of like, I'm gonna make this the best summer ever. I'm gonna spend time with my kids, and I built this business so that I can do this, right? June happened, July happened, And I think what made a difference in the fact that I feel like I was successful in doTERRA is that any second that I had, I wouldn't say seconds. I don't want you guys to think that I'm like obsessed with my business to where like any second that I have I'm in doTERRA. But when I saw time opportunities, I turned to doTERRA. Okay. Um, Spent the morning with my kids, right? Got them settled or got them down for a nap. I know Jalen has shared with me before her kids don't nap. But a lot of times you can get them settled. Like 10 minutes, they're like coloring. They're like really into coloring. That's 10 really valuable minutes. What is your daughter doing? She looks fun. But say you have your kids coloring for 10 minutes. That's 10 minutes of opportunity. So I put doTERRA first after my children this summer. And so any time pocket of opportunity that I had, you guys, that was time. That was like go time. I'm like, whoa, green light. I'm so excited. I get to work on doTERRA. And I was in it, right? I'm going to give you guys a couple questions in the next slide. But so in June, close out its gold. We have 1 silver and 4 premieres, or I had 5 qualifiers, 1 silver, 4 premieres. It's amazing. And I had 4 personal enrollments. Me in that busy summer that I thought that I could not be successful in. I held 3 personal classes, and I did 1 class for a builder. I think it was Precious that month. I taught a class for Precious and launched her business, helped her launch her business. I also did night market 1 weekend with my Gold Drop Society business. Okay. And I did summer mentoring for you guys. I don't know how I did all that, you guys. In July, we close out as Diamond, and I had 4 silvers and 1 premier. I personally brought in 6 enrollments. I only did 1 personal class, and I did 1 builder class. I taught a class for Lindsay. I went to Diamond Retreat. I had to write up my Diamond article. It was like an interview, but I had to write this whole story and did a Diamond photo shoot for that article. I went to Maui for a friend's birthday, and I was in my best friend's wedding, and I still was able to do all of that. And so what I think the difference is with everything going on, children, family, friends, events, the pockets of time that were like, to me, myself, I was like, this is my opportunity for doTERRA. And as long as you guys put that as a priority and you're like, this is my business and I want it to be successful, this is my why, I'm excited to show up every day in my business, you're going to spend whatever time you need with your children or whatever is taking up your time that is important. And then when you see that pocket of time opportunity, you're going to be like, I'm here, I'm ready to go. So I want you guys to ask yourselves these questions when you have those times. This is what I ask myself. You're going to notice something. Okay, who do I need to reach out to? I'm like, okay, kids are napping. Perfect. Get a drink of water, eat my lunch, sit at my desk. Who do I need to reach out to? I'm doing all of that. Who do I need to invite to a class? Take a picture if you need to. Who do I need to follow up with? Who do I need to send an enrollment email or packet to? Who needs to schedule a welcome call? Who needs a thank you? Who needs an LRP conversation? Okay. I know most of the time we block out in our schedule times for doTERRA. Sometimes you can't do that and you just pick up on opportunity of time. Either way, when you sit down to do your business, these are the questions that you should be asking yourself. And that's how you keep your business moving forward. Okay.
Hey, Ashley.
Hi.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I know, and depending on where you're at in your business, I think, like some of you guys know, like I certainly know, like my leaders know to ask these kinds of questions when sitting down and kind of like going into like their doTERRA time, right, that they have blocked out. But I think I would love if you could shed some light with, this leadership group or this builder group, the share group, whatever, wherever we're at, in our business, and kind of like explain to us, or maybe share with us what goes on in your head in terms of like getting in the right mindset to use that 10, 15, 30-minute, 60-minute time frame that we have prepared, instead of like allowing you to like feel exhausted or feel whatever you're feeling, you know, because I certainly am guilty of like, holy crap, I just woke up at 5 a.m. I caught a 5:30 or a 6:30 flight. I worked until 6 o'clock, came back to Honolulu at 7:30, and it's like I have probably 30 minutes of time right now, but I just want to, I guess, relax for a bit before I like move on to my next portion of my day. Like, how do you work through like that mindset shift of actually utilizing that amount of time to be productive? Because I think we know what to do. It's just that initial step, you know? Can you shed some light for us?
Oh my gosh. I feel like every time somebody asks me a question, I'm like stumped. But yeah, I think it's just a balance. Because I definitely feel that too. I do have some of those windows of opportunity where I'm like, I just need to take a break. I just need to take, but what I do is say I didn't eat yet, which is a lot of the time. The whole summer basically, I wasn't eating lunch till like 2. And instead of the first thing I do is jump on my desk, the first thing I would do is drink a glass of water, eat my lunch, and sit in silence by myself on the couch. 5 minutes instead of 30, 5. And then you have 25 minutes to do this. So I think you can take time to yourself and fill your cup a little bit, but just keep it short. Fill your cup with what you can for a short amount of time quickly so that you can keep going. I don't want you to, at the same time, I don't want you to be exhausted, but to me, that's what I have been doing. It's like, okay, reset myself. My kids are down, I'm tired, but I need to reset real quick and then give this business my time and my energy. Does that help?
Yeah. I think that's something that I wanted openly, like my team to hear, and I'm hoping that it, you know, kind of corresponded to how other crossline teams probably are at, in terms of like where they're at in their business. But I think, you know, like what I'm telling my team, and maybe you have some advice on this as well. Like, I just got off a leg breakout call, which is something new that I'm doing with my team. But I had a moment of where they listed their life priorities in numerical order. And I think the challenge to them was, well, actually, when you take a look at it, all 5 of those things, or all 4 of those things, actually have to do with just that one. And so I think the feedback and the pushback that I gave this particular builder was that, why does there have to be a numerical priority when all of them tie in together? And I think for me, that's worked in terms of, I need to use this 20, 30, 45-minute time frame to actually do that, because this is the reason why I need to do it in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. And thanks for like talking about that too. Yeah, I mean, okay, so question for you guys. When you wake up in the morning, what are you excited about in your day? Taking care of your children, doing something for you. Like, what are your goals of the day? Like, if you every morning is a clean slate, what are the things you want to check off? A little bit of doTERRA, taking care of my children, keeping up my housework. This is just me. Spending time with my husband and spending time on myself, right? And so I think when you go into your day wanting to check all those things off, you have the energy and you find the time to fit all of them in, and then be like, whoa, I did enough. That was amazing. Whatever I didn't finish is okay. And I'm going to start fresh tomorrow. But I feel like if you guys in the morning you wake up and you're not excited about doTERRA and it's not really a thought, something needs to change. Go back to your why, really think about your goals and your dreams, do a new dream board, update it, and really see if doTERRA can fit into it. I hope that helps too. Because when I get a second to myself, or when I have that time opportunity, I'm so excited that I'm like, can't wait for my doTERRA work. And then I take care of myself, and then I go into doTERRA. Okay. Alrighty. We're going to share a new oil tip in the chat. We don't really talk about oils too much. So that's why I was like, we're going to share every single person is going to share a new oil tip in the chat. Maybe a new oil that you guys have tried. Maybe a new oil experience. Or maybe you got a new oil and you just started using it and how you use it. Okay. I'm going to share mine. And so I went to the dentist. One of my babies is crying at the door. I went to the dentist and Gigi has this colored tooth. And for weeks I was scrubbing it. I was like, oh my God, why is your tooth yellow? It's like a dark, it's not even yellow. It's like grayish yellow. Why? I'm like scrubbing her tooth. Gray, yeah. And so when we went to the dentist, I asked the dentist about it and she's like, oh, did she fall down on her tooth? I'm like, I mean, I wouldn't put it past her. She's nuts. And she's like, it's probably because, you know, it's like bleeding inside. I'm like, okay, what do I do? And she's like, you can't do anything. You just want to watch for it to turn black or it to like start to be bleeding around the gum. And that means we need to take that tooth out. And I'm looking at her, I'm like, I can't do anything. I have oils. What can I do? I have oils. And there's an oil for everything. And she was just like, okay, do you have oil for inflammation? I'm like, yes, I do. I was so excited. So immediately I thought copaiba, frankincense, because those are gentle and children like wouldn't mind. The taste isn't too bad, right? And so I've been dabbing my finger on copaiba or frank, whichever one is closest to me, whenever I can remember, and I'm rubbing that into her gum every day. So we'll see how it goes. Interesting, yeah. Okay, everybody else share a new oil tip because I want all of us to be super users. Okay, Power of 3 training. Went to Diamond Retreat So many nuggets of value have been shared with me. One of the biggest things I picked up for you guys, they told me, are all of you training your teams to make their Power of 3? I'm like, no, I'm not, because I've never structured for Power of 3. I've always gone for rank. And they're like, why not? I was like, okay, what are you trying to tell me, right? What they basically said is, when you're starting off in the business, and I know you guys feel this because a lot of you aren't solid silver yet. When you're starting off in the business, there isn't a lot of income, right? You guys aren't making a lot of money yet, because this is not a get rich quick. This is a building a pipeline, building residual income, right? I promise you it'll pay off. You can ask me, text me on the side, ask me how much money each rank makes if you need to know. So they're saying how you make your money in the beginning is going to be Fast Start bonus. So that's enrolling people, and everyone you enroll, you get 20% commission. Then when you get them to do an LRP order or any new orders within the first 60 days, so definitely get them on LRP in the first month, you get 20% commission. So that's Fast Start bonus, right? Then there's Power of 3 bonus. And if you teach your team to structure to 50, your $50 bonus, and then they teach their people to do $50, or you just structure overall, you can make $1,500 and Fast Start bonus as your monthly income. How much of you guys could benefit from that, just because you're not making that $2,000 a month yet from being a silver rank, or you're not making, you know, $4,000 yet from being a gold rank? They're starting off, right? So instead of just aiming for rank, and it's like, it might take months. I built very quickly and I was able to hit silver in 9 months, but I still wasn't making $2,000 a month, right? It takes a little bit to build that residual income, the unilevel commission it's called. And so the biggest tip I got is, you guys want to start off with not just Fast Start, but building out your Power of 3 bonus until you are a solid silver, making that paycheck while you're building your pipeline. Everyone good? Okay. if you look at this chart, if you look at elite, this dark color here, so this chart is showing you what your paycheck is made out of. Okay, so this dark one right here is fast start bonus. This blue one right here is power of 3. The green one is unilevel bonus. The orange one is rank bonus, leadership bonus, silver and above. So when you're elite, most of your paycheck is going to be your fast start bonus. But your opportunity is actually in your power of 3. You build a solid power of 3, $50, $250, $1,500, you're building a solid income from the very start until you start making that residual income and the rank bonuses. Okay. Power of 3. To qualify, you must do your 100 PV loyalty rewards. You guys know this. To make commission, you want to do your 100 PV LRP order a month and keep 100 PV LRP in your cart at all times to qualify for commission. To qualify for Power of 3, it's you making your order, and then you have 3 team members under you who have 100 PV LRP orders as well. Power of 3 is paid on a monthly basis. I got this from doTERRA.com. There are 3 Power of 3 bonuses that you can earn: $50, $250, $1,500. That's the big one. We're all going for that. Each bonus is achieved through structure, and your team volume described below. $50. You must have 3 personally sponsored wellness advocates and a total of 600 team volume. Team volume includes your personal order, the orders on your front line, any retail orders, and wholesale customer orders. It's my font, Century Gothic, it's my secret. $250. Your 3 frontline team members must each have 3 other qualified, personally sponsored wellness advocates under them with a minimum of 600 team volume. I'm going to show you a chart so you can visually see this. Hold on. $1,500. Your 9 qualified wellness advocates also must each have 3 qualified, personally sponsored wellness advocates enrolled under them with a minimum of 600 team volume. Don't let your head spin. I'm going to explain it. There's basically you. You do a 100 PV order, okay? Then you have 3 people right under you doing 100 PV orders. But between the 4 of you, your volume has to be 600. And so that's why I always suggest we all do 150 PV LRP orders a month. 100 plus 100 plus 100 plus 100 is only 400. You need 600 team volume. So if you do 150 and you're being an example and you duplicate that through your team, each person under you is doing 150, your team volume is 600. So again, you need to have you and 3 people under you doing 100 PV LRP a month. And your overall volume needs to be 600. Okay? All you're gonna do after that is duplicate it. So under this person, you're gonna have 3 people doing the same. And then on this person, 3 people. Under this person, 3 people. All 9 of these people need to be doing it, along with all 3 of you, and then you yourself, to get the $250 bonus. And then the next level would be 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 under them. Okay. This is my actual tree. This is not me. I'm above her. So this is one of my frontline leaders. And these are 3 of her Power of 3 people. Okay. If you guys are not familiar with structure, please get familiar. As you're structuring for Power of 3, you can start, it'll naturally structure for ranks. I've never done it like this. This is very new to me, but I want to help you guys be better than I am, okay? I've always gone for rank. But what the advice is opposite. Instead of going for rank and then power of 3, go for power of 3 and naturally build for rank. So you build for power of 3 and rank, it's you, and you're placing your leaders on your front line, builders on your second line, sharers on your third line. You should be able to naturally hit power of 3 and naturally hit rank. This is actually Giselle. I don't know if I can't see who's on here. This is Giselle. She's my closest leg, closest to 1500, her 1500 bonus, because Giselle has shifted into strategizing for power of 3. So there's her 3 qualifiers. So the people in her power of 3 structure are actually builders, and because they have to place a 100 PV LRP order to qualify for commission, she's naturally hitting power of 3, $50 bonus. And her $50 bonus is part of my $250 bonus. So when I help her build, we work as a team to build out the next level. Giselle will reach 250 and I'll reach 1500, as long as I have 2 other groups doing the same structure. You see how there's extra people here? Anything that they order helps with the overall team volume. So say Giselle orders 100. Anuhea orders 100. Brittany orders 100 PV LRP. And Mary orders 100 PV LRP. It's only 400 in team volume. And instead of being like, oh shoot, we're not gonna make it, there's other people on her front line. This one's gonna place an order. And so if all of their volume together equals 600, which it did, because this symbol, purple means they've placed their LRP order of 100. The purple with a circle means they reached their team volume. The blue means they have 100 PV LRP template set up, but it didn't process yet. But you can start planning to reach that bonus, right? So see how there's extra people within each level? Look at Giselle, she's gonna hit, this is this is last month. So I think she just needed to reach, so see how she had 3 people here, and then 2 people here. She needed this person to be purple, and then 1 more person to hit 100 PV, and she would have hit that 250 last month. Is everybody okay? It's not overwhelming yet. Okay. I tried to make it as simple as possible. So this you can actually track in your back office. Log onto your account, go to your icon, go to back office, click on your dashboard. There's a power of 3 little area. Click on your full detail and you'll get to see where you're at in making your power of 3. 3 people on your front line doing 100 PV LRP order. Any extra people ordering, your overall volume here is 600. 3 people on this line doing 100 PV LRP orders. Team volume is 600, there's another 50. So when you look at it, this is a pocket of $50 bonus. Create another pocket here, another pocket here, and another pocket here. You're duplicating it down here, right? You just reached 250. Then when you duplicate it under this person, 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 the next 9 people, then you reach your 1500 power of 3. Something that was overwhelming for me was the fact that I was thinking, oh my gosh, I have to put everyone in the structure to make 1500 bonus. Once I thought about it as, I'm gonna make my first line, and then I'm gonna teach Giselle how to do power of 3. So Giselle's gonna teach Anuhea, she's gonna teach Brittany, she's gonna teach Mary. Then it makes the workload so much smaller. You know what I mean? Instead of you being like, oh my God, I have to find all these people just to make my 1500. Find your people for your first circle of 50, power of 3, $50. Then help those 3 people make their $50 bonus. And they're gonna help their next people make their $50 bonus. And if you already make your $50 bonus, find more people to now place in your next line. Okay, tips on placement. When you enroll someone and you do your membership overview with them, which you should be doing within 14 days of their enrollment, you will gain clarity by asking a simple question. Are you going to do LRP? Are you wanting to get the free oil of the month? When you ask those questions, you know right then, first, they're going to do LRP order. Second, they're going to do 125 at least a month. I want to place them either in Power of 3, or if they're a builder, I want to place them as a builder or a sharer. And then you have that 14 days to move them into a Power of 3 position. Okay, tips on LRP. How do you get people on LRP? Top LRP enroller is Alexis, not me. I'm gonna have Alexis share LRP. How do you get people on LRP, Alexis?
My retention rate is 67%. So it's above the doTERRA average. You guys will get there, I promise. Okay, so Ashley talked, I had a mentor call with Ashley today, and she asked me to kind of talk about this, but I didn't realize she was gonna leave the room. So I think for me, a lot of my background, if you guys don't know a little bit about me, I'm, oh my God, she comes in with her baby in one arm. That's so crazy. My background is in sales. And so I think for me, in my business, which is PacSun, by the way, so if you go into a store, let me know if it looks good and if you're greeted. But I think that I tend to think of my business in long term. And so when you break down the two things that we do in terms of gaining PV and gaining OB and really making movement there, it comes down to getting enrollment and it comes down to getting people on LRP. One is short term and one is long term. And the short term aspect that can help us really kind of fill those gaps towards the end of the month and kind of help us fill those pockets to hit a rank, to hit an OB goal, whatever, right? That's going to be good for only that month. And so the LRP, we have to really turn on our brains when it comes to what do we need to do to actually be able to sustain our business. So enrollments will grow your business, but we have to think about LRP in terms of sustainability within your business. And that's what I've always thought being, I guess the difference is between the two. So when we get them to work together, you're growing and you're maintaining the business at the same time. What I've learned throughout my business is that there have been months, just like everyone, I go through seasons. And I think for me, there have been months when I've gotten a crap ton of enrollments, and then there have been months where I haven't gotten any enrollments. But I think what's been able to help me stay at Premier in the months that I didn't hit silver was the amount of LRP that I had. And I actually I changed my verbiage in the beginning to, instead of scheduling one more thing with them, like, because at that time you have them come to a class or you have them come to a one-on-one, you've met with them at you're doing the finessing and the loving, right? But I actually changed my verbiage, and this was a challenge that Ashley and our upline Noelle gave me in terms of like how to get someone to a wellness consultation or a lifestyle overview. Instead of saying, hey, I want to schedule this so I can teach you how to do these things, it's like, girl, I already got the oils, I'm going to use them, right? That's what your customer is thinking. But I think that when you change verbiage to something along the lines of, I'm so excited for you to get your oils, and I want to walk you through how to use them immediately and how to start blending and how to start making roller balls, it gets them excited to meet with you one more time. And you can use that moment to go through kind of the lifestyle overview, but also at the end, make it like an activity. So like I always will bring empty roller balls to my my lifestyle consultation, and I'll actually teach them how to make 3 blends, and I'll purposely do it with oils that they don't have yet, so that they have to order that oil when those roller balls are depleted. Fun tip. That's how I got my enrollment in June. My enrollment in June to get on LRP mid-July. So that was a matter of 14 days that she got on the LRP, onto LRP, and that was the fastest I've ever done it. tried that same verbiage again and really got this person who actually lives in California on LRP. They enrolled on July 31st at, what is it, 2 minutes before the end of month deadline. It was real crazy. But today got on LRP, and it was because I had that moment of FaceTime me when you get your kit. By the way, these things are surprises coming in the mail, and when we're on the phone, we're going to go through kind of how to create your first blends and really jumpstart your journey and how to actually use these oils. So I think the lifestyle consultation goes through how to use them and kind of like what their shopping list should look like. And I think for a little bit, we talk about how to, incorporate daily habits, morning, evening, and night. You guys have seen this document, right? Raise your hand if you've seen the lifestyle overview document. You kind of understand how that conversation goes. I think that we have to do a better job. And what I've been doing in those lifestyle overviews is actually getting the person to use the product in front of you. So it's kind of like I'm telling you, I'm watching you, so that way when you go home, you know how to do it. So that's, I think, my biggest tip and what I've learned in my time of doing this business on how to be so successful with that retention rate, is to really get a hands-on experience when they have their own first set of oils. Now, I think in terms of managing your retention rate, I actually watch it on a monthly basis. I would say that is actually the one, business number that I look at, because again, that's the sustainability of your business. I think for me, a good gauge is to have out of every, 3 customers that I enroll, 2 of them go on LRP. And so that's kind of how I break it up. And you can kind of think of it in terms of like a conversion, right? So how many people am I enrolling and how many of them am I converting actually into using the product daily? And sure, some people will come earlier, some people will come later, but I think again, it stems back to what that overall experience was like when they first have their oils and how you make use of that time. So hands-on moments, change your verbiage, get them excited about the wellness consultation, lifestyle overview, whatever you want to call it, and manage it on a monthly perspective. Because when you start to see it even growing from a 0.5 perspective, you know you're doing the work. So that's what I have for you guys.
Woohoo! I love it. Thanks, Alexis. Top LRP enroller. They say the first enrollment is getting a wholesale membership. Second enrollment is LRP. So as much as love and attention you guys give people to enroll them, give them love and attention to get them on LRP as well. Yeah. Okay. Tips on Power of 3 conversations. If you have someone in these spots who have been doing LRP, that's the reason why you like place them there, because you're like, oh, this person's been doing 100 PV LRP, and so they will and they want to, then put them in a Power of 3 spot to support your Power of 3 structure. Say they start to fall off, all of that time that you've spent with them prior, they enroll and they do 125 PV LRP from the get-go for like 6 months to a year straight. And then you start to see their orders getting a little bit lower and lower. That's the time to connect with them. Give them another wellness consult, because they're probably either not feeling as connected to you, the product, or not knowing what to order. And so that's a time for a new wellness consult. Otherwise, you've built a strong enough connection with them to straight up tell them, hey, just wanted to let you know you're in my Power of 3 structure. It helps me get a bonus. I was wondering if you needed to order anything this month that you wanted to stock up on. Otherwise, let me know like if I can do an order on your account. I have always been so scared to have that conversation. Yes, I have fears. I've always been so scared to have that conversation. And I just had one of those conversations with a customer last month. And it surprised me so much. She was like, I love LRP so much, but right now I'm in a financial situation where I can't buy as much a month, but I can at least do like maybe 20 to 50. Here's my login info though. If you ever want to place an extra order on my account, feel free. And I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. The relationships that you build with your customers, you give and you give and you give to them, right? And you're always like, how are you doing? You know, your kids are so cute, all that good stuff. Because you truly care. They feel that. And in turn, they're going to be so loyal to you and so giving to you as well. Okay, so keep those relationships really strong and don't be scared to have those conversations. So now I have access to her account, and I can order an extra order if I want to reach Power 3. She also went on to say, my hair business is growing. She's a hairstylist. She's like, I'm getting more freelance. So my goal is to do my own full LRP orders and get the free oil every month. And I was like, awesome. So it's good to know that I'm not, if I want to place these extra orders, it's not going to be forever. She's someone who really does want to have that full LRP. And the fact that I shared with her that I get a bonus, or that we build a Power 3 bonus, she was like, wants to help out and wants to be part of that. Okay, so don't assume your customers don't want to know that they could help me make a bonus, or that they're part of this like important structure in your business. Okay, they love to feel that, and they love to feel loved, and they want to be loyal to you. Okay, I'm gonna end the call with some celebrations. Everyone's good on Power 3, yeah? Otherwise, you can ask questions in the chat. I'm gonna end with some celebrations. So, Top and Rollers in June. I took myself out, so it'd be fair. Top and Roller, Aiko. Yay! So Aiko, other Top and Rollers: Charity, Sherilyn, Alexis, Rianne, Chelsea, Precious, and Briani. In July, Top and Roller was JC. JC, did you get on? She messaged me, what is your Zoom room? JC, you're Top and Roller for July. Other Top and Rollers: Chelsea, Charity, Sherilyn, Brittany, and Kaylee. Congrats to all of you. I love to recognize people. So if you want to be on this, you can do it too. Be a Top and Roller. Okay, and then the last 2 months, Kareen hit a new rank. Kareen is our new elite. She hit it in June. So congrats to Kareen. Okay. I'm going to leave you guys with, wherever you're at, whatever you want to change, whatever goal you want to go for, it's not too late to start now. So why not? Okay. Good luck with your guys' months. Love all of you so much. I need to go. All my kids are crying. And I thank you for being here. Good luck. Okay. Good night. Bye, you guys.